My name is Sydney Ballin. I am a second year at Emory Law, and I spent my summer at the Charlotte Center for Legal Advocacy.
My name is Micah Jones. I am a second year law student at Emory University, and I spent last summer interning with the District Attorney's Office in Kodiak, Alaska.
Hi, my name is Taylor Riley, and I am a 3L at Emory University School of Law. The summer after my 2L year, I worked for the Administration for Community Living, which is an agency based out of the Department of Health and Human Services in Washington, D.C.
My name is Gabriel Almeida. I'm a 2L at Emory Law. My summer internship was the Department of Education Office for Civil Rights.
At the Charlotte Center, we were giving legal aid to those who were unable to afford it. I had worked with the Community Empowerment Unit, which also helped with taxes, criminal expungements. I enjoyed helping those people because the thing that was stopping them wasn't knowledge, it was just they couldn't afford that. As a law student now, you see how confusing the law is, and I'm someone who's paying to learn about the law. So you can't imagine how it must be for someone who knows nothing about the law except that they have a legal problem or they're being charged with a crime or something, and I want to help those people. My favorite person was my boss, Kelly, because she was just always happy about helping people, especially the LGBTQ community and the disabled community in Charlotte. My big law friends, they love big law. They love talking about it. They love the work and doing it. And I knew that happiness would not be there for me.
In my position at the District Attorney's Office, I was working under two attorneys, the DA and the Assistant DA. And I helped by writing memos, doing legal research, attending court, taking notes, really anything that I could to support the team. One individual who stood out was the staff member, the physician's assistant working at the Child Advocacy Center. I had the opportunity to sit in on a evidentiary hearing where she testified to a case, and this really compelled me. I felt like child advocacy was a very important part of the work they were doing. The legal need there is pretty significant. They actually don't have a law school in the entire state. And so there's a lot of opportunity, there's a lot of need. Seeing this side of the legal field as opposed to a lot of the glamour out there, it really made me feel like I could not only do something important, but that there was something important to do.
The Administration for Community Living was created after the Olmstead decision in 1999, which was a massive Supreme Court case that put focus on making sure that individuals with disabilities could receive the same supports in their communities that they received in institutions. My particular job was we worked on a lot of administrative pieces, a lot of memos and writing, and just is on the administrative side of law, so less litigation focused and more policy focused. My legal writing training here was probably the most helpful thing that I took away from my law school experience and going into this. I wrote a lot of memos, research papers, things of that nature, and just my training during 1L and also the training that I received being part of the Emory Law Journal has been really invaluable in helping me figure out how to draft these memos. I actually had the benefit of working under Allison Barkoff, who is an Emory Law graduate and who also has dedicated her entire life to disability law. The EPIC grant was incredibly helpful because without it, I wouldn't have had any sort of income. I know that the work that I want to do, public interest doesn't always get the same flowers as other types of legal practice, and that's okay. I know what I'm getting myself into. So it's wonderful that Emory Law has methods of support for those of us who do want to go into that field and who might not know where that paycheck will come from otherwise.
At the Office for Civil Rights, we had many different duties at different stages of the complaint. I did some investigations, I did some client complaint intakes, and I also did some monitoring. I did education for almost 10 years as a teacher, even as an administrator. So I wanted to find some way to leverage my expertise in my educational experience and my professional experience with my learning in law. Going into the Office for Civil Rights for Education was sort of a dream. The EPIC grant was just a windfall for my wife and I, because it just allowed us to pursue something that's a really great experience without having this stress of having to figure out where am I going to get funding and how to live that summer. There was also another Emory student that was in the internship with me too, and her and I got a chance to be a little bit closer as well. And it was nice to have someone to have at Emory and talk about our experience and talk about some of the educational issues that are happening right now.
Thank you for donating to the EPIC grant, because we need more public interest students. We need more people who want to help people for the sake of helping.
There are many students just like me who would not be able to do the work that they are passionate about without your support. So thank you again.
This gave me an opportunity to actually pursue an interest and a really great space in education.
For everyone who's donated to EPIC in the past, personally I'd like to thank you on behalf of everyone else who's enjoyed these internships and has had an opportunity to experience new areas in the law that they otherwise would not be able to. Thank you.